Okay, sorry if you hear my son crying or whatever in the background. I just had to throw him on his trampoline, shut the door, lock it so I can just record this really quick. I don't need that in my ear. Because he's kind of being bratty, needs a timeout anyway. So in case you hear that, I apologize in advance. I need to share something very important though. That's why I need to jump on here and do this right now. Okay. Ooh, this is kind of like, this is even more intense than what happened with that owl card the other night with my dad. Okay, so another thing happened with my dad. Triggering, he helped me purge a bunch of stuff. He didn't even know he did that. Just, that's his narcissistic stuff. But, however, well, we must have been talking about the eclipse because it led to, because he likes to tell me things a million times. So again, he mentioned how, I don't know if he watched a video or whatever, but he was saying how if you go into the moonlight and if you expose, like, say, you know, half of your hands in the moonlight or half your arms in the moonlight and half of it's in the shadow out of the moonlight part will be cooler. Okay, so as soon as he said that, thank God my dad's he's supposed to be who he is okay, so everyone's supposed to be doing what they're doing and who they are and saying what they're saying, even if they're triggering you, it's all supposed to be happening. So okay, so this didn't trigger me, but anyway, so he said that, and I had mentioned this to him before. I think every time he brought up that moon thing, I mentioned this dream that I had, and it was several months ago. I'm thinking if it might have even been last year. I'd have to go back in my videos. I don't even know if it's in the title. But I shared a dream that I had, a part in this dream where we were sitting outside. It was just like out in the wilderness, like a opening so you could see the sky very well. And there was like some trees, and we're sitting on just like outside, like lawn chairs, and looking up at the sky like we're watching an event. Okay, so we were just sitting there looking up at the sky. The sky was dark, and I remember going, oh, there's two moons. So I'm thinking to myself, there's two moons. And I remember my thigh skin was exposed a little bit. Like I had a skirt on, but it was like, you know, so I looked down and I saw the lights from these two moons. I thought they were, okay, shining on my bare skin. And I go, oh, one's cool and one's warm. I remember that specifically. And I think I shared that in the video when I shared that dream. So today it's, what is it? It's 6:16 right now. So I, just started recording a few minutes ago, but so it's 6:16 right now, August 28th, Monday, August 28th, 2017. And I haven't even finished watching her, video. There's a few minutes left in it, but I'll put the link below. So I'm watching one of my brothers out here. Okay. And I don't even care what my hair looks like. So, and I look over to the side, and this captures my eye because, here, let me move this so I can, the title says Eclipse First, Then Jesus, and the Rapture. Even though Rapture, actually, I'm kind of repelled by that when I see that. I'm like, but when it says Eclipse First, Then Jesus, the way that sounded to me was very godlike. When God talks to me in my dream, it's very like that, like how, say, and I'm not trying to be racial or anything, when people translate into English in their first language, say they speak, like, for instance, because I've known a lot of Asian people. I used to go to Chinatown a lot with my dad all the time, so they leave out, like, all the, we're so long-winded, all the European languages, so they kind of leave out, it's more choppy, they leave out all the conjunctions and all this, it's right to the point. So that's how God kind of talks, is like how when someone who's Asian translates into English, it's just, there's not all this ats and twos and fours and withs and as and, you know what I mean? All these prepositions and conjunctions. It's just very boom, boom, boom. So when it said eclipse first, then Jesus, I was just like, the way that was titled this, and of course I love Jesus, but, and the fact that it had to do with the eclipse, and it was just, I was like, a different, I don't want to watch twin flame eclipse bullshit, blah, blah, blah. I want to, like, really understand stuff, what's happening here. So I'm watching my brother. Okay, I get done watching that little video. I click on this because it catches my attention. The way that's titled sounds just the way God talks to me in my dream. I click on it. 6 minutes in, she goes, when she hears, and it's just like when I saw eclipse first, then Jesus, it's like that, something like I resonated with that immediately. So this is a video of her watching somebody else's channel, and she gets a download immediately about the dream that she had, but she had hers several years ago, and I haven't found anyone, and it doesn't even say in the title. I don't even know if maybe you could type in 2 moons, and I haven't done that. God brought this video to me. It didn't say 2 moons in the title, nothing like that. She goes on to say, as soon as she hears this girl say eclipse first, then Jesus, she goes, boom, my dream meant the 2 moon dream that I had. And I go, oh my God, somebody else that had the 2 moon dream, and she knows other people who've had this dream. And I kind of dismissed it because I just thought, it's divine feminine mother. It's, just amplified because there's 2 moons. I wasn't really making the connect. And she had her several years ago. Mine was just last year or several months ago. But if I can find the link to my video where I talk about my dream, I'll put it in the description box. But I'll put the link to this video that, oh my people, I'm just saying, if you want the real messages, they're out there. So be discerning. I love you. Peace and blessings.